Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Tech, also known as the Screw. Today is a fresh powder day on the trails. We just had a not massive, we had a decently sized snowstorm, and now I get to enjoy the trails with some fresh powder on my CPRO50s. You could see, looks like there's some creatures or something have already made some strides, but earlier it looked like it was straight up fresh. No footsteps. I was definitely the first one on that route. Anyways, yeah, today I'm not really sure what I'm going to be talking about. I'm kind of just out on the trails to enjoy some fresh sunlight and fresh powder. Whew. Might be a little bit hard with this Commander Pro though. It's a little slick, ain't gonna lie. Got no studs, just got a trusty Shinko 244 knobby tire. It has served me quite well over the last half year. But this is unique. This is fresh powder. Not very packed in, slipping and sliding everywhere. But that's part of the fun. That's why I'm out here going 5 miles an hour out on the trails. Anyways, it's been a little bit since I recorded the video. I've just been busy with work and all that. Oh shit. Tree bonk! Whoa! That was fun. Alright, so tree bonks on snow. A little difficult. Clean that off a little. Clean that off a little. Yeehaw! Oh, I just completely slipped out, lost balance. Again, it's part of the fun. Just gotta be careful, obviously. Make sure you're not taking too many risks unnecessarily while on these conditions. Whew, okay. Let's try again. Alright, moving forward on the trails. Looks like, I don't know, is that a bike tire or something? Someone been out here? Can't tell. Yeah. Either way, beautiful day. Beautiful day. Not a cloud in sight. Maybe a couple here and there, but mostly a nice sunny day right after a big snowstorm. Oh, it's the little side-to-side movements that I gotta worry about. It's bucking me off. Anyways. Yeah, I don't really have much to talk about today. Well, let me rethink that. Yeah, today we're just checking out how the Commander Pro Shinko 244 behaves on some fresh POW. So far, so good. Definitely a little bit difficult. Ooh, a little slide in there. Ah, nice. Pedal clip, but survived that one. Ooh, okay, here we go. Oh, straight away. Yeah, I wish I came in with a little bit more of a game plan into today's video, but sometimes it's just how it works. Stream of consciousness. Well, it's just random inspiration. Hey, today's a really nice sunny day. Probably gonna be good lighting for a video. Ooh, hey, I haven't done a video in a while. But anyways, now we're out on the trails, my favorite trails out by where I live during lunchtime, getting some vitamin D. I guess a few things I could talk about is this freaking winter, we're just waiting for it to end in the Midwest and Chicago. All the riders want to be back out, but damn, man, it's dragging. It is dragging. just makes things a little harder when you can't enjoy the outdoors and your outdoor hobbies as often as you prefer to. And the lack of sun is pretty annoying too, I'm not gonna lie. But gotta take advantage of days like this, where it's absolutely gorgeous outside. Oh, gotta come over here. If I don't can't land it straight. That's fun. Yeah, I guess future plans maybe. I am going to be training for all sorts of races. There's a few races that are coming to Chicago. God dang it, I'll probably just like write them up here on the in text because I keep forgetting them. But there's one in September that's coming to Chicago that usually hasn't before. It's a race event, probably something e-skate related, but also EUCs. So want to practice as many intro to speed as possible and see if I can compete in that, because I do love me some racing. There's also the amped race somewhere down in, I think, Arkansas or something. The fuck is that noise? Anyways, slippery. Yes, there is a trail race down in Arkansas. That one is really cool. Off-road race that I saw a lot of videos from prior year. I think the Apex got revealed there, or some sort of off-road wheel, and the Extreme before that. So it's a pretty big event. Just the track itself looks so fun, so many jumps and stuff. So that's another thing I want to practice, is be better off-road. Not just like this kind of single track trail stuff, because I do this every day. But, you know, the jumping, the gauging of momentum when you're approaching, you know, random, or not random, but different kinds of jumps. You know, there's a lot of great content creators out there with jumping as part of their stuff that they release. I mean, think of like Shibby, you know, the GOAT probably right now. I mean, there's Wrong Way doing some crazy jumps and being super technical. You know, a bunch of other like lesser known either content creators like on Instagram and TikTok and the like, in YouTube, also do some fair jumping. You know, there's like Trube, I think Mike Trube, or he goes by Trube on YouTube. He has crazy Apex videos. I watch those a lot in order to see if I want to get an Apex, a NOSFET Apex, and that is actually something I could talk about. Future wheels, because right now I have this Commander Pro 50s, which I love. I have the Commander Mini with 50S cells, which I also love, and I have the V10F, which is such a great little convenient commuter wheel that I could just pick up with one hand like a suitcase onto the train, take it to my office and pack under my desk and have it charge if I ever needed to, but I don't, because that thing has plenty of battery capacity for what I need it to do. Whew, it's a long-winded way of saying I really enjoy the V10F. That was my very first wheel. Kind of have like an emotional bond to it. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get rid of it. So, but there's a lot of damn good wheels coming out that are looking pretty slick, pretty sexy, I'm not gonna lie. Especially in the small wheel class, similar to the V10F, or I don't even know, it might be even smaller than the V10F. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about like the NOSFET Aero with a little guy with some suspension. It looks absolutely sick. There's the Extreme Bull Rocket, a little similar sized wheel that can potentially go up to 100. Sorry, they can go up to 42 miles or so because it's a 168 volt literal rocket. Oh shit! Another jump and I might fall. Yeah. Ah, damn, bonks are not reliable. Bonks are not reliable. Yeah, so there's the Arrow, there's the Extreme Bull Rocket, and then there's similar wheels that have existed in that class, like the Goat 2, and then even smaller ones like the M10 Mini classes. So those mini wheels have definitely captured my eye. That NOSFET Arrow is looking really cool. Kind of want to see how it does with jumps, because it does have a fair amount of suspension travel and it is really light. But is it a good idea to take such a small wheel out on jumping? But then again, there's the Falcon, right? There's the Goat Falcon, which was the initial prototype for these kinds of suspension class super small wheels. And a lot of people swear by the Falcon. A lot of people love the Falcon. Never tried it myself. Been very, very curious, but there's some great content creators that are providing very, very great, very good technical riding content on the big old Falcon. Very good at riding one-footed, cross-legged, backwards, super tight, low, in the snow, all good. So that's been really cool to see people really loving their Falcons. So these couple of new competitors to that Falcon coming out, and they do look quite interesting because they have bigger battery capacities, more suspension travel, around the same weight, or if not a little bit heavier, but it's due to the increased battery. Oh shit. Those have been looking really, really cool. I've been looking at the Arrow long and hard. I thought about the rocket for maybe like a minute, but then I realized that it's way too powerful for its size, and that can have a lot of issues. Speed wobbles, braking wobbles, just lack of instability at that kind of power and speed, which I don't know if you even need that kind of speed for that size of a wheel. It's more about I would assume, the torque than the speed in order to really climb up some hills and like jumps and really quick acceleration. But I don't know. I don't know the exact motor specs, wattage, all that stuff. Just been talking out my ass based off of what I've been reading and hearing from other writers and various forums and things like that. Yeah, so what about like a bigger wheel? What about a bigger wheel? Man, there's been a lot of people coming through on these fresh powder. I thought I was gonna have fresh powder, but I'm seeing all these footsteps, tracks. Kind of butthurt about that, not gonna lie. Kind of butthurt. But it's still a beautiful day. Enjoying the heck out of the sun. And this it is fresh powder. It's just I'm not the first person walking through the trail, unfortunately. Probably some people came here when it was actually snowing, or maybe like really early in the morning, because it is lunchtime for me. It's the only time I get to get out during the day, obviously due to work. But I try to make sure if the weather is good, I get out for at least a half hour, because I live literally right next to the woods, quite literally, and it's just a 2-minute ride right into the trail. Oh, what was that? Slip out. Oh, I'm gonna be eating shit a lot today, huh? Man, that's fun though. Okay, so see, it's exactly what happens every time. I get caught on a little side route, I slip out, and then I'm gonna fall. I gotta learn how to keep my balance after I get a unexpected side shift like that. But we are about to encounter a lot of routes on this trail, so it's gonna be fun. Probably a couple more falls. We'll see. Don't want to jinx myself. But I'm trying to talk here while I'm riding here, so let's try that again. Oh. Yeah, so bigger class of wheels. Man, okay, so there have been a few wheels that I've been thinking about trying out, but then recent content either turned me off a little bit from the fact I wanted them, or I was maybe taking a more patient approach by waiting for additional batches, for early batch kinks to get worked out. For example, the NOSFET Apex. That looks like a really, really fun off-road trail wheel because of all that suspension travel, and you know, it's still as strong as a Lynx voltage wise. Okay, I got some. Fuck. Stay on. Let's go. Oh yeah, stay on. Okay, now we're getting some fresh power. Fresh power on some rude ass routes. I always fall here, gonna turn. Ooh, executed perfectly. A little uphill, easy. Okay, little technical part on the trail, based off of a bunch of routes in the way, uphill, downhill stuff. But anyways, Commander Pro's getting through it. Gotta lean a little bit more on it. Kind of wanted, probably should have taken my Commander Mini out here. I would have maybe had a little bit more torque, but I don't know if I would have had as much traction, as it does not have the Shinko 244 as a stock knobby. But decent enough. Made it onto the main trail. My goodness, it's getting a little bright. Ooh. Yeah, bigger wheels. Do I want a bigger wheel? I've been looking at a lot of different ones, like the NOSFET Apex, the Extreme Bull Griffin, the Apex itself. Or, damn it. Not the X, I just said the Apex. The X-Way. Shit. Oh, fuck. Maybe I should just stick to fresh power, because that part's a little hard to stay on. Anyways, I'm probably going to turn back and start going home, because time's running out for lunchtime. And it is way too sketch out here, guys. Fresh power is fun, but damn. Gotta be careful. Everything's taking me out. Alright. Yeah, so NOSFET Apex versus the Griffin versus the X-Way. I have personally ridden briefly on a 168 volt X-Way on a local rider's who's also a rising YouTube star, PEV Point of View. He has an X-Way, and that thing is just an absolute beast. You can hear it make the motor makes like this crazy like grunting sound, but not like in a bad way, but like, damn, you really feel that power under your feet. Kind of reminds me of a similar motor sound on like the V14. It just sounds like it has so much freaking torque. It just feels, you feel like you have all this power between you. Oh fuck. Power between your legs. So that X-Way, man, that thing is a thing of beauty. been thinking, ooh, jump, fresh powder. Nobody's been on this part of the trail. So I've been thinking about maybe the X-Way, maybe over the apex. You know, the Griffin has kind of left the topic of conversation for my personal interest. I do like the pink handle, but everything about it just screams one-trick pony, it being a pavement princess and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just have to like, oh, there's a doggy here. Just have to talk about it. Hey, little doggy. Yeah. How are you? So out on the trails. Nice little dog just ran by. Pretty chill owner. Looks like it takes the dog on the trails pretty often. Just ran right past me like, hey, cool, see you later. Love seeing chill dogs like that. You know, the ones that aren't bothered by you looking like an alien riding in this big circle, being faster than them. Usually freaks out a fair amount of dogs. Usually the smaller ones. The smaller ones are always yappy and hyper aggressive. Their owners have to like yank them by the by the leash. Yeah, anyways, typical ramble video. Who'll be calling me? My dad? Dang, I can't answer right now. I'll call back later. So, yes, the Griffin looks like a one-trick pony pavement princess is what I was saying. There might be some people telling me, wrong. What took me out here? What the fuck? What took me out here? Just slipped out. Oh, jeez. Alright, probably gonna have a fall counter on this video. Fresh pow days. Yeah, the Commander Mini probably might have handled the snow a little better, maybe? I don't know. It's only because I'm used to it. Or I've been on fresh powder on the Mini before, and I fell quite a few times as well, trying to get used to feeling out. Man, it looks like there's been like 2 tire truck vehicles in here. Can I see that? That's my big fat tire right there, plowing through the snow. Beautiful thing of beauty. Keep losing my train of thought. I keep slipping out randomly, unexpectedly. Might be one of those short rambly videos that make no sense except for me, for future me to look back on when I'm sitting in when I'm sitting in a retirement home trying to reminisce about my youth. I'll have these things to look back on and use to recollect. That's also kind of a main purpose of these videos. It's not for anybody else. It's just, you know, something I want to just do for myself. It's been fun. It's been an outlet. And I really don't care if no people watch it or if 1 million people watch it. It's all the same to me. Just trying to be myself out here. My best self. Enough of that bullshit preaching. Look at that track that my Shinko carved through before. Man, this Shinko is a beast. It can get through snow pretty nicely. And all you all you people that said Extreme Bull has waterproofing issues, I am out here on a fresh powder day of 4 inches, fresh 4 inches of snow. on a Commander Pro that I never additionally waterproof myself, just whatever base silicone plugs on the holes there were. I want to jinx myself, but so far so good. Handling okay. It's not dropped me. Just hope it doesn't drop me on the road. Man, I keep like just running through the scenarios. Not good. Oh, 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 oh. Gotta be careful out here. Train tracking a little bit on some of the packed snow. I'm just keeping loose ankles. Let the wheel handle the terrain itself. So it's something I wanted to talk about as well. I have had the opportunity to test out a lot of different pads in order to find what I feel is like the perfect fit for me. And I mean like a lot of different pads, from Grizzly Flows, Kinetic pads, Clark pads, of these, you know. Oh no, stay on. I'm good. These Power Knobs, Void Cores, Power Knob Fusions, Cohedron Power Knobs, like Alien Rides pads. Yeah, I mean, if you could think of it, I probably have tried it. I mean, custom 3D printed ones as well, from people who have the files and make those. So it's like everything. Recently I had the chance to try out these other well-known pads called the Shark pads. I think they're made they're made and shipped from Russia. They're fantastic quality, but they're shin pads. I have gotten really used to having my shins completely unobstructed, completely free, to the point where anything now that has anything that has a little bit of shin restriction completely feels foreign to me. When I tried out these Shark pads, they have these awesome leather inlaid this leather inlay on it, and you can really configure the angle of the forward and the back pad as much as you'd like. And I was playing with a bunch of different configurations, like having it pretty far forward, so when I kind of like lean, it's almost like there's no shin pads except for a little bit that presses up against the lower part of my shins. That felt pretty good. But I wasn't getting like the intended, torque, the additional like torque output that it was supposedly going to help. So it almost felt like, okay, what's the point if I have it in this configuration when I could just do the same with shinless on my regular power knobs? So then I put it a little more upright, and then I was feeling the intended torques. I was like really able to clamp down and accelerate fast, which I liked, and it felt different and nice. But then I was not able to find a comfortable seating arrangement. I hate sitting with my knees flared out. I like having my knees like tucked in, which these power knobs allow me to do. And I try different configurations in order to have that feeling again. Yeah, so as I was saying about the configuration of the Shark pads, if I moved it in a way where it was great for seated riding, then it lost its intended effect on standing, which is like to really be able to accelerate and torque your wheel. But if I had it comfortable, or if I had it good for that arrangement, then I lost comfort in seating. Also, I took it out on the trails the other day, and it felt too restricting for me because I've gotten used to, I'm used on the trails for my wheel to be just kind of jostling about and having like these loose ankles, which requires a loose riding style and stance. Like I'm kind of just like bouncing around on my knees, just letting the wheel kind of just move around under my ankles in order to maintain decent balance and traction. Oops. And yeah, I mean, similarly, I do the same on like pads with shins. But the problem is I can't be as loose because, you know, I could be like bouncing around with my ankles pretty far back and my knees pretty far forward. But with shin pads, depending on how you configure them, you'd not be able to have that same kind of looseness. You'd be a little bit more rigid, a little stuck like this. All right, so I fell before here. Let's try again. Easy. Just gotta maintain momentum. Yeah, so it's all in all I'm saying is the power knobs I have gotten used to, and it's really hard to change my riding style now to fit more in line with like traditional power pads. I don't know. And just the fact that just the ability to sit and stand so easily with these power knobs. The width of the knobs themselves feel my feet are safe and locked in, but not in a dangerous way where I could still pull them out and, you know, not break my ankle. Because you guys have seen, I've fallen like what, I don't know, 5-6 times now. I haven't been really counting, but it probably feels about right on this trail. Oh, look at that! It's my Shinko tire just carving through the snow. It's a beautiful sight. It is nice. Let's double back. Yeah, so all in all, just really want to say, power knobs, if you haven't tried them yet, you gotta, because they're such a unique and just a really comfortable, awesome style of pads you use for anything from off-road, street, jumping. They're just great. Yeah, if you ever think about using them, there's some discount codes available out there, especially from POV's perspective. He's got some. Anyways, I'm back on the main street. I'm gonna chill out here for a sec. That's way too loud. Whew. Yeah. All right. Back on the slushy, wet streets of Chicago right after a snowfall. Oh yeah, it looks pretty slick out there. But nothing I can handle so far. Probably gonna take the right, get off the main street. These are the conditions of our side streets right after a snowfall. Pretty good. Not bad at all. At least rideable. Now we got the sun, so it helps clear out. There's also a lot of salt. I was like, what the hell? Oh shit. Yay. Anyways, I'm probably just gonna sign off right here, guys. If you watched this whole video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for doing my view count moving. If you didn't, it's all good. Totally understand. It's a long, rambling video. It doesn't really have a point. But I did promise myself a New Year's resolution to try and be more consistent with content, even if it's crap. So, just having fun. Anyways, thanks all. See ya.